Ситуация следующая.
Yukarıda yürümek ne kadar zor.
Первое, что нам надо было, это откопать. Это, чтобы вы понимали...
Хорошо.
January 18th, 2026 Kamchatka, Russia. Unprecedented snowfall and a deadly blizzard have paralyzed the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia's far east. The storm, which brought heavy snowfall, has disrupted the lives of thousands of people and prompted the declaration of a state of emergency in several cities. Several major Russian regions and cities have been affected by the heavy snowfall, strong winds, and freezing temperatures. The winter system began on January 12, 2026, and its spread and damage peaked between January the 15th and 18th in several major Russian regions and cities. The affected regions include the Kamchatka Peninsula, Vladivostok, Moscow, and St. Petersburg. However, the worst conditions have been reported in the Kamchatka Peninsula, where the severity of the snow and blizzard has prompted authorities to declare a state of emergency.
Сейчас покажем чемпиона в нашем рейтинге. Это вот. Вот. Человек с 50-го копает. Говорит, никогда так не наметало в этом месте. Метров 5 просто.
Kamchatka has been the hardest hit by the winter storm. The relentless snowfall began on January 15, 2026, and in a short time, streets and neighborhoods disappeared under several meters of snow. In some places, the snow reached the second and even fourth floors of buildings. Snowfall from roofs has claimed several lives, and authorities have been forced to declare a nationwide state of emergency. Snow removal is progressing slowly, with many residents having to shovel for hours to get their cars out.
Location.
In the administrative center of Kamchatka, life has come to a near standstill. Public transport has been suspended, schools closed, and flights have been widely cancelled. Strong winds combined with sleet have caused dangerous blizzards and near-zero visibility, and rescue teams are working around the clock to rescue elderly people and families trapped in their homes. City officials have sharply criticized utility companies for delays in clearing roofs. In coastal areas, the crisis is not just on land. Along with heavy snow, sea winds, and high waves have halted port and fishing operations. Homes near the coast have been hit by severe frost and power outages, and rescue efforts have been more difficult in these areas due to the weather. Although the snowfall in Vladivostok was less severe than in Kamchatka, the combination of strong winds and snow has closed roads, cancelled flights, and disrupted port operations. Residents have complained of extremely slippery roads and poor visibility, and officials have warned that conditions will worsen as the blizzard continues.
Эй,
Я глубже, чем ожидал.
думаешь, вылезешь?
In Khabarovsk and some surrounding areas, the storm brought mostly freezing temperatures, freezing rain, and moderate snowfall. While no casualties were reported, power grids and communications were strained, and intercity travel was limited. This winter system was not just a simple snowfall. It was a combination of unprecedented snow, strong winds, blizzards, freezing rain, and a sea storm that hit several provinces and cities in Russia's far east at the same time. Experts warn that such events could happen again in the future.
По чуть-чуть. Как метет? Поземка. Вон, смотри. Ну, капец.
The volume and intensity of the snow in this winter system were reportedly beyond the usual seasonal standards. The continuous, heavy snowfall quickly deposited compacted layers of snow on streets, roofs, and vehicles, making snow removal virtually impossible in some areas. At the same time, a sudden drop in temperature and cold winds turned the fresh snow into hard, slippery ice. This widespread freezing not only disrupted city traffic, but also seriously increased the risk of snow and ice falling from building roofs. In high altitude and coastal areas, strong winds caused snow to pile up and form tall snowdrifts, which reduced visibility and created dangerous blizzard conditions. Experts say the combination of heavy snow, prolonged accumulation, and severe freezing made this storm one of the most severe winter events in recent years for these regions.
По балконам люди откапываются.
In response to the escalating crisis, Russian government officials have implemented a series of emergency measures. A state of emergency has been declared in the affected areas, and rescue workers, municipal services, and military units have been mobilized to clear snow, reopen roads, and ensure the safety of citizens. The government has ordered heavy snow removal equipment and special machinery to be deployed around the clock in cities and on major routes. At the same time, specialized teams have been dispatched to clear roofs of buildings to prevent dangerous snow and ice from falling. To reduce the risk of life, schools, universities, and a number of government offices have been temporarily closed, and non-essential travel has been restricted. Official warnings have also been issued, urging citizens to avoid unnecessary trips out of their homes and to follow safety recommendations. In the infrastructure sector, efforts have been stepped up to prevent power and heating outages, and technical teams have been put on full alert. The government has emphasized that relief and cleanup operations will continue until conditions return to normal.
Камчатка. Машины не видно. По завалам все. Бедный еле-еле уходит. С-под снега. Пурга.
The widespread winter event showed that the intensity and scope of weather phenomena in Russia has entered a new phase. Despite the relative control of the situation, the consequences of heavy snow, ice, and disruption of public services are still felt in many regions. Local authorities have stated that the process of clearing, reconstruction, and damage assessment is ongoing, and the main priority is to ensure the safety of citizens and restore critical infrastructure to a stable state. Experts have also warned of the possibility of a repeat of such conditions in the coming weeks.